the show that everyone looked forward to, the ShattaFest UK.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that. That show, was it your show or was it Party in the Park? What exactly who owned the show?
Well, it was my show that we partnered with Akwaaba UK, to have it annually in the UK. So we had, an agreement for them to, push ShattaFest, because Party in the Park was always an annual thing. We just told them to make this edition a special one for Shatta movement, because my fans have always been worrying me online. I need to come to London, I need to come, blah, blah. So we just decided to partner with them. But I believe they didn't see the picture of what was coming.
So Shatta has decided to set the record straight concerning ShattaFest UK that got cancelled and Ghana Party in the Park. From all indication, it seems Alordia, and yet it seems simple, Alordia and the Dennis of Akwaaba UK is in serious beef with Shatta. Shatta Ambo said was directing his lawyers to deal with Ghana Party in the Park organizers. So many people were debating, many people were talking about whether this event was solely ShattaFest and a year or Ghana Party in the Park, because before, during, and even after the event got cancelled, a lot of controversies and a CLA. And also, whether this show was completely sold out or not. There was a debate out there, my Lord, the Eba out, Ebe Kasaye, said the show wasn't sold out. Well, Shatta on GH1 TV, all credit to them, during an interview with Sewami here, all credit to her as well, decided to set the record straight.
Because I can boldly tell you, when we're going, I told all my crew that, the police is going to raid the whole show. And, most of them were like surprised when that happened. And that is me, I believe they didn't just bring the narratives out for people to know it was my show.
But when the show was being promoted, you knew it, you saw it.
But we were still complaining about it, that they should stop promoting the Akwaaba UK Party in the Park and make a ShattaFest. Because ShattaFest is a 18 plus kind of show, it's not for kids, so we tried our best. But
why didn't you insist?
We insisted, but that's what I'm saying. It's the Ghanaian culture, from where we were talking from the artists. Why don't I talk to them? Why don't I get close to them? It's the same thing. You go to these people that feel, they organize shows every year. You tell them something. No, we know here, London. One thing that the event organizers, it was Akwaaba UK that did everything, but the event organizers themselves were like the white people, and they kept telling them I was a high security risk, in terms of the crowd and what they've watched in Ghana, and I think they didn't take it serious. But I saw that something like that would happen, so I wasn't really bothered at all. But people thought I was worried and stuff like that about it. But what I saw is what God showed me, and I'm happy it happened like that way. So at least we all learned from it.
Take me back to when you were told that the show was had been cancelled. Where were you?
I was just like 2-3 minutes to the venue. And, I was just laughing. And I remember medical came in and was calling me Bay 4, because I told him, I told my team too that, the way this Akwaaba UK people are handling this thing, and white people, they don't play with their stuff, and when it happened, I was just calm, chilled.
So you just turned and went back to your hotel?
Yes, exactly. No, my house. I have a house in London, please.
So you turned and went back to your house?
Yeah, my house, yeah. Yeah, I like that house.
Were you paid for that show?
So it was a partnership, something we're going to split, revenues.
From the ticket sales?
Yeah, from the ticket sales.
So what now happens? Because I've seen people request for refunds, and I've also seen people say that they have received their refunds. What happens to the money that you were supposed to split? You don't get anything? Yeah, so I'll still have to, let my lawyers, write, to them and let them know, it was an agreement, and it wasn't part of my, so by all means, they have to pay. They have to pay you? Yeah. But you saw how things turned out. Yeah, I saw how things turned out, but I told them that if they did like this, things would turn out like that, and they listen. So I think it would be best if, the court... Have you had a sit down with the organizers? Well, after everything, none of the organizers called me, and that is why, I always say that I love Ghana more than performing outside Ghana, because I believe the promoters in Ghana respect me much.
But the promoters outside there are like, you know, people who are, you know, seeking greener pastures and they want to survive. So they've taken, most of the promoters that I've met so far in my career are not promoters outside there. And I'll tell every Ghanaian promoter out there, if you know you are a promoter, stop that, you know, because you guys went there to hustle and make money, and stop using Ghanaian artists to take visas. And
but do you appreciate that they are also helping put Ghanaian music out there?
Then do it well. I don't appreciate it. Do it well. They have to do it well.
But they've done it in the past.
No, they've messed up. You know, they've messed up. It's just that, you see what I'm saying?
Party in the Park has been happening for years.
Yeah, it's been happening.
Successful.
Ask them how much they pay artists. They don't pay them anything. Sometimes, you know, most of our artists, most of them too, are, you know, doing this music to survive. So most of them...
You are not doing it to survive?
Me? No, I'm doing it for God. Me, I don't even want the money for it. You know, it's just that, you know, sometimes it's nice that, you know, you have to get money and buy some good things, you know. So money comes when you work hard, you know, but I'm not doing it for the money. I'm not doing it for my family. My dad is okay, you know. My mom is okay. Everybody in my family is okay. My sisters are working, you know, so I didn't come to do music for my family, you know, like, you know, leave home and go feed home. You know, my father doesn't need my money in his house, you know. But most of the artists, you know, they leave home to feed home, kind of, you know, so I believe they see those things as opportunity. You know, I don't see traveling as an opportunity because I've been traveling since I was a kid. You know, I don't see, you know, Abuche as, you know, the main point of you making life. You know, I feel when you work hard, you know, you go out, you know, recently I was watching your videos, you were out there, your vacations, and that's it. When you work hard, you just go for vacations, but not, you know, to see it as an opportunity. You know, people think when you travel and you leave Ghana, then you have gone to international. You know, those kind of vibes, you know, I don't take it. So I don't do music for, you know, survival. You know, I'm already surviving. God has blessed me. I woke up this morning, I've had my cocoa and bread. I'm good. You know.
So these organizers haven't called you. You haven't also bothered to call them.
No, and that's the disrespect. So
why can't you call them?
Why can't I call them?
It's a partnership, you said.
Yes, but
so if something has gone wrong, why don't you request a
my
sit
team
down?
has reached out to them
and what did they say?
You know, they are not even picking their calls. You know, that's disrespectful. You know, like for a show, you know, sometimes when people say Shatta doesn't invest in this guy, I go like, no. I mean, I won't invest in a video where when I shoot, then somebody will sit on TV and criticize. Then I will shoot at Mokola. Yeah, you can say everything you want to say. Oh, he has money, he brags. I don't care. I will shoot a video at maybe Jamestown. You know, because for me to invest into a show like this, and for me to get, you know, this reward, there is no way. I think if I work, maybe it will be white people, not with Ghanaians that are in abroad that are trying to survive. You know, because I invested so much into the show myself. You know, did a whole lot just to make Ghana music look good. But I believe, you know, the seriousness in the music industry still holds, you know, because most of the people out there, that's what I'm saying, most of the promoters out there are hungry people, you know. Like, all of them, you know. Alordia Promotion is my friend. Dennis is my friend. Like, I know them very well, but these are people that don't have money. And they should stop that and stop lying to Ghanaian
But at
artists.
the time you were collaborating with them, you knew they didn't have money. But
they knew. I told them they don't have money because they came to my house.
So why did you collaborate with them? Why
no, because I wanted to give them an opportunity. Because the fans were like always on my head. So I was like, Dennis, Alordia, I'm giving you guys an opportunity, you know, to let us make this happen. Let's do it beautifully so that other artists can come and enjoy this thing. You know, so it was a direction I was given. But like I always say, you know, the music industry, nobody's direction works apart from Shatta Wale's direction. That's why people think I do a whole lot to make money. But I see them like, you know, people who are not ready to just learn and build something for themselves.
But some of these promoters have said that you're a very difficult person to work with.
Yes, because I'm expensive. You know, when you call me, I call my rate and you go like, no, why are you calling that? And I tell you, because I know my worth. You know, so it's their language against my language. But when you sit down as a proper promoter, you won't say I'm expensive or you won't say I'm difficult to get.
To work with.
To work with. That's what I'm saying. It's the money problem that is giving them the problem. Because I work with promoters in Ghana. As I'm sitting here, I have the Nkrumah Fest on the 20th. I have this KNUST campus on the 4th. You know, I have a few appearances I need to do. These are all from promoters. So if I'm difficult, how come I'm working with Ghanaian promoters? Every Ghanaian promoter I've worked with have been so respectful, obedient, and abided by my rules. And that's how come I love Ghana. So shout out to every Ghanaian promoter.
Okay, so this show, you told us, in fact, you tweeted that the show was sold out and you thanked God for it.
Yeah.
But one of the promoters, organizers came and said that the show was never sold out. You saw that interview that he did?
Alordia.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, he was speaking out of pain, I think. You know, I went live, you know, and I blasted all of them, you know, told them my mind. So I think he was also trying to defend, you know, but things like this, when you say, people in London were even shocked when he said that. All his colleagues were bashing him, you know, because this is a whole show. The crowd inside, you know, we have videos, you know, sometimes, you know, the evidence is always what we have to look for, you know, and sometimes they should stop all those things, you know. And when I start disrespecting, somebody will say, why is he doing that? But it's one of those things.
So that is, or that was Shatta Wale touching on Ghana Party in the Park, Dennis Akwaaba UK, as well as Alordia, talking also about whether the show was sold out or not and the way forward. So people are actually saying Shatta is an ungrateful artist. With reason being said, only promoter ye juma na say show na cancel. People are seeking refund and you have to work with the promoter to ensure say you know there is peace. But you know in the midst of all this refund or year, and you are also mounting pressure for them to pay you below the belt. Some also believe business is business. So what do you have to say, Mr. Obibika? Do you have something saying? Let me know under the comment section. We share video to this point, so God bless you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, we're doing here.
Vimbaz TV.